Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Life Multiplied podcast. Today, I have a very special guest with us. Renee, if you would like to go ahead, just introduce yourself and maybe
Sure.
share a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. My name is Renee Kresl. I have been in Bloomington since 2001. I came to ISU from the Chicago suburbs and never left. My husband, Tim, and I have been married for 22 years and we have 4 kids. Our oldest is 21 and about to graduate from college, and our youngest is 14. And I work full time as a manager of a project management team and for a large vision insurance company. And Porchlight Bread Company has become my side gig over the past 6 months, maybe. And I have really, it's been really rewarding. I love it.
Yeah, so let's kind of get into that. Can you just tell us
Yeah.
the story behind Porchlight and just kind of how it all began, how it all got started?
Yeah. Well, I come from a big family, and my mom's side of the family is Italian, and it's ingrained in me that you show love to people through food. My love language is making sure that people are fed and warm. So,
Love it.
I like to bake, but about a year ago, I started making sourdough and would give it away like as a hostess gift or, to family or whatever. And I was kind of looking for a side gig and thought that I would give it a try. I did not even really realize until like the beginning of this year that owning a cottage bakery was something that you could even really do. And so I started researching it and launched, I think it was in June. I know that I had orders for 4th of July week. So I think I had started in June. Yeah, it's just steadily grown. The nice thing is that I don't have a lot of pressure on myself because it is not my not
Sure.
my full-time
Full-time.
gigs. So it's been really wonderful being able to experiment and try new things and grow over the couple months I've been doing it. So I'm really loving it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And so, do you have a website or do you just like take the orders through social media? I'm curious.
Yeah, so when I first started, I just did a Google form, and really I think I only did it for a week or two and then discovered there are a couple different platforms that are available to use. So the platform that I use is called Simply Bread. And so I can go in and I have like a small, I guess you could say, website on it. It's really just an ordering platform on there. And I'm able to like set my menu each week and it will send out, people can join like my mailing list and they'll get an email and or text when a menu becomes available, and they can just order right through the site. They can use a credit card to pay, and yeah, then I get their order out to them when it's pickup day.
Yeah, that no, that sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So then, can you walk us through a day in your life? I know you have the full-time job and this is just a side gig. So
Yeah.
like, how are you preparing? When are new menus coming out? When are pickups happening? That kind of thing.
Yeah. So I have originally I was just offering pickups on Saturday mornings,
Okay.
and I have also started offering a midweek pickup on Wednesdays, and that's usually a smaller menu, just bread and like one type of cookie and sourdough pizza crust, and that's it. But on Saturdays, I will offer like a bigger menu. I'll offer bread, maybe a different flavor of bread, like jalapeno cheddar or something like that, and then cookies and usually some other like breakfast type item, usually scones or cinnamon rolls, something like that. And so with sourdough, it's like a 2-day process. So I'm basically thinking about it all week, like since I have 2 pickup days. So the menu officially opens on Sunday afternoons at 12:30. A text will go out and say that the menu is open for Wednesday. The nice thing about the Simply Bread platform is I can put the menu out for the following Saturday. Really, I can put many menus out there as I would like, and people can follow one link and then choose the day that they want to do their pickups. So the announcement will go up out on Sunday for the Wednesday pickup. but if people are already in there and they want to order for the following Saturday, they can do that as well. Typically, the orders will close, like for Wednesday pickups, the orders close Monday night. And for the Saturday pickups, the orders close Wednesday night
Oh,
because I have to then spend a day like feeding the sourdough, working
sure.
the dough. It needs to proof overnight. And then the bread I will usually bake the night before pickup because it takes several hours for it to cool. So I want to make sure it's not like gross when I put it into the bag. So I want it to be totally cool. But then I will typically bake most everything else the morning of pickup. So cookies, scones, cinnamon rolls, I'll usually be baking in the morning. So a typical day, like today's Wednesday, so it's a pickup day. Luckily, Wednesday orders, there are usually fewer of them, but I baked my sourdough bread last night, so it cooled, and I got that packaged and ready to go first thing this morning. And then I had a couple orders of cookies, so I baked those. I start my workday really early, so I will typically just bake cookies during that first hour of the day while I'm checking my emails and doing that sort of thing, because it's just like an easy switch. And then on my lunch break, I will usually package it and set it out on my porch for pickup. I have a little like pickup area on my porch for people. So then once I set it out, it will send out a text to them to let them know that their order is ready and they can come pick it up. I'll usually do like a 4-hour window where they can come and pick it up from my front porch.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
so it's worked
curious.
out.
Yeah, I'm curious when obviously you said like you were baking for whether you were hosting or just giving it as a hostess gift.
Yeah.
Where is your customer base? Do you know kind of where they come from, or are they just from like you're finding them all over the place?
Right. It's funny, my first few customers were people that were like friends or acquaintances. It's funny that it's amazing the people that came out of the woodwork to support me when I first, because my only like marketing was I made an Instagram page and a Facebook page. And then it has steadily grown. I did start posting on Nextdoor. I know that some people found me through Nextdoor, and it's kind of just been word of mouth. I know it's funny now that it's grown more, most of the customers I have, I've never met. And so I
Okay.
every once in a while have the chance to meet someone as they come to my porch. And like I just met somebody on Saturday and she was like, "Oh, I love your stuff. I've been telling everybody I know and they're going to start ordering." So it's been really cool.
That's so cool.
Actually, I did the Normal Community High School, the craft and vendor fair this past weekend.
Okay.
And that was the first time I've ever done like a market like that. And it was awesome. Like it was so energizing and it was just so fun to like people who had ordered from me made a point to go to the table and introduce themselves and stuff. And so I know that right now it's been mostly word of mouth and next door really. When I do post on Facebook and Instagram, I do always tag my location as Bloomington. So I'm always kind of hoping that maybe if somebody searches sourdough or something in Bloomington, it'll pop up, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that really brought me any customers or not.
I mean, you said this is newer. You started this in June. You should think about hitting up and being a vendor at the farmer's market. I feel like you would do
I have
really
thought
well
about
there.
it.
Yes.
At first, when I first thought of it, I remember I told my husband, I'm like, I would never do the farmer's market. Like, that is too much. And then so I'm doing the Normal West vendor fair that's coming up this weekend too. And now I'm really excited because I enjoyed doing the one at community so much that now I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe the farmer's market wouldn't be that bad of a thing. So we'll see.
Yeah,
But
maybe
I
the more
really
you do
loved
it.
the right, the more I do it. Well, the thing is when I first started, like I really um loved baking for people, but I also was looking for a way to connect to the community. Now that my kids are older, are like I have a son who's away at college in Nebraska. My other son just finished trade school. Like I've lost the community of other parents like from school as they were growing up. And so So I was like, not that I'm going to be best friends with everybody that orders from me, but I felt like it was at least a connection back out to the community. So it really drove that point home for me when I was out at the vendor fair, like just being able to meet people and talk to them. Even though I pulled an all-nighter baking and preparing, like I did not feel tired at all. Like it really just energized me so much. And I was excited to get back in the kitchen and start baking again. And so it was great.
It's awesome. I mean, that kind of just shows how much you really do enjoy doing this. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, what is maybe something you've learned since starting making sourdough for the community?
I would say and it's funny because it should not have really been a revelation considering so my day job is doing process improvement consulting, but my biggest learning has been getting processes in place for doing this and following them. Because at first, it took me too long to finally come to the realization that, like, I need to write it down and make a schedule, and I need to make a plan. So and I think it's because at first I had, like, 3 orders, so it was not a big deal to just fly by the seat of my pants. But as it's grown more, it's become much more obvious that if it's going to be sustainable for me to do in addition to a full-time job, I have to plan and I have to have, like, systems and processes in place to streamline it a little bit.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get that. I get that. So then, have you had any memorable experiences when it came to customers, or like interactions with customers, or do you have somebody who's like ordering every single week, or just something fun to
Yeah.
share?
I have a couple. I do have one, I have one customer that I think has probably ordered every single week since June, except for, like, twice she was out of town, which was amazing. It's somebody that I had known. I used to be a musician at church, and I played the piano and she sang. And so it was somebody that, like, we were friendly, but it's not someone I would have expected to be so supportive, and she has ordered consistently, and that's been awesome. Just a couple other ones are, like, Saturday morning, usually when orders start being picked up at 9 o'clock, and I am usually it's down to the wire. It is usually 8:59 and I'm finishing getting everything out on the porch. And last weekend I was out there in totally mismatched pajamas, like no shoes, and somebody showed up at exactly 9 o'clock to pick up her order, and we had never met before. And she was really sweet, but I was like, "Here's your order. Pretend you don't see me." And then one other recent one was, I actually have had a few new customers as a result of doing the vendor fair at Normal Community. And last Wednesday, there was somebody parked outside of my house for several minutes before pickups started. So when I went to bring them outside, I walked out to the car and introduced myself. And it was just like, that's the most memorable thing to me, is just being able to meet the people that are eating my bread. And so I introduced myself, and she was very nice, and she's like, "Oh, so and so's friend. She's been raving about your cookies, so, like, I couldn't wait to order." So it was great. Like, it's just been really nice getting to meet a lot of new people.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. No, those are always fun stories to
Yeah.
hear. Getting to know your customers as well is always a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yes,
So
for
then,
sure.
do you have a favorite item that you bake?
I have 2 probably. I would say, my favorite thing to make is cinnamon rolls, which are also they're sourdough cinnamon rolls, but they're also very popular, but I enjoy making them because they're not that hard, but they're very impressive looking when they're done, so
Okay.
it's satisfying. And then the other thing that I enjoy making is, I make brown butter chocolate chip cookies that
That's
they're they're delicious. I eat way too many
yeah.
of them, but those are
Good.
the other thing that I really enjoy. And then my husband really I make jalapeno cheddar sourdough, and
That's
my
good.
husband requests that a lot, so I do enjoy that.
Now you're making me wanna, place an order. Maybe I'll do that soon. Put that on
Yeah,
my to-do list. So you've been in the Bloomington-Normal community for a while now.
yeah.
What do you love about it?
I love that it has a small town feel, but with I was just telling somebody this at work actually, that it has a small town feel, but with all of the like bigger town amenities. So having grown up in the Chicago suburbs, like I look back and there's nothing really that we lack down here, but we have the benefit of not having to deal with like all the big city stuff like traffic and all of that. And I have just liked that I always feel like I can't go anywhere without running into somebody that I know.
No.
And I like that. I like that smaller town feeling, but you still feel like you're in a bigger, I mean, not city, but in a bigger town.
Yeah, I mean, my brother, we are from a very small town, but he
Are you?
calls Bloomington-Normal the big city, I said. I wouldn't say that, but
Yeah,
from what we come from, maybe, but once you live
sure.
here, it's not the big city, but
No.
it's a
My
nice medium.
husband is from Dwight, and we met
Okay.
we met when I was in college. He hired me at Jimmy John's, and then
Okay.
the rest is history. But when I first came down to ISU, I had never intended to stay. I was going to graduate from ISU and move back up to the suburbs because all of my family's there. But we got married in my early 20s, and it was very apparent very quickly that he had no desire to move back to
Sure.
Chicago with me. And actually, Bloomington has been the perfect place to raise a family. I have loved it. And I feel like we've gotten a taste of the community. So I have 4 kids, and each of my kids has gone to a different high school in town. And so we've gotten like one went to U High, one went to Central Catholic. My youngest is at community right now, and my third is actually homeschooling, but she had started at community. And it's been just having a taste of the different communities within Bloomington. It really drove it home for me that this is just a great place to be, especially with kids. So,
Okay.
yeah, I've loved it.
Yeah, I love it too. So I'm someone who I went to ISU. I had no intention of moving back home, but I didn't know where I was gonna be, but I did love it here. So I've been here since I
Yeah.
moved here to go to school. So same kind of story.
Yeah.
So then where are your go-to places in town? Like what do you like to do on the weekends or after work?
So, I would say we do not eat out a lot. Actually,
Okay.
over the summer, we did a challenge where we did not eat out at all for the whole summer.
Okay. Okay.
But I would say I spend most of my time not when I'm not at work, either at doctor's appointments with my daughter or at my youngest is heavy into dance at Twin Cities School of Dance, and I'm actually on the board there. So I do spend a lot of time there. But as far as like dining out or anything, we when we used to go out pretty regularly, we would go to Ancho and Agave a lot. We just maybe a month ago tried Dave's Hot Chicken for the first time. I know that that's not like a local place, but it
Still
was
here. Yeah.
delicious. Yeah.
I tried it too. It was really good. I liked it a
It was
lot.
yeah, and I didn't expect to, but it was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, that's really it for us around like where we spend a lot of time around town.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. That works. So is there anything you'd like to share on behalf of your business or just yourself for those listening to the podcast?
Yeah, I guess the part of the reason why I started baking sourdough was because we were on a journey to try and eat better, like more whole foods. And so I just decided I would try and start making our own bread. And it's been cool to be able to share that because I think there are a lot of people that are also in the same boat now, trying to look for ways to get back to foods that are made with simpler ingredients. And so that has been something that has just been really gratifying to me that even like my treats are made with only like you can see a list. It's just like butter, flour, sugar. Like it's very basic ingredients, but they turn out delicious, I think, because there is not a lot of extra junk in it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like being able to provide that to the community has been a real gift to me that I think is also appreciated by the people that are able to share in it. So, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, I am going to have to get my hands on some bread. I love sourdough bread, and I
Yeah,
sourdough cinnamon rolls, that sounds so good.
they're really good. Actually, you can cut this out if you want, but I would love to bring some by to you. I don't know where your office is, but I would love to drop some off to you.
You're sweet. I will definitely be placing an order soon,
Oh,
so I
good.
will do that, and then maybe I'll share with my coworkers or my
Yeah.
husband, someone, but alright, well, I don't have anything else.
Okay.
I wanna thank you for taking the time to come on
Yeah.
the Life Multiplied podcast, share your stories, share about your business, and then also just share what you love about Bloomington-Normal, so I appreciate it.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it.